Now, the story of Alexandra Township and Sandton suburb is a story of the most stark divide of wealth in South Africa. These two locations sit side by side, but what they'll tell you is a story that's parallel to each other. Sandton, on the one hand, is wealth, it's opulence, it's high-rise buildings, it's lush trees, it's glitter and gold. Alexandra, on the other side of the M1, will tell you a different story. It's in fact the poster boy of unemployment, of poverty, of little to no resources, a lack of service delivery. Bear in mind the story of the rats. It's filth, dare I say. That's the image that we have of these two locations. On the one hand, you have a densely populated, cold-looking grey, which would be the side of Alex. And you'll see that because it's corrugated roof tops for the most part, right? And on the other side, you'll have these beautifully spaced, massive properties on the side of Sandton. And one of the things that will give you a clue of why we see this is, of course, if you look back into history and you learn about the spatial divide as a result of apartheid. The question then becomes, 30 years into democracy, how are we still left with the curse of inequality?
So, if we start with the data, of all of the countries in the world that we have the data for, South Africa is something of an outlier in that the inequality in South Africa is higher than it is anywhere else in the world. But I think there's a few things to be said. One is you have to place that within the history. So we've had 300 years of apartheid in one form or another, which I think affected which shaped the levels of inequality that we see now. So the first point is, I think you have to see it over a much longer period of time.